Hello everyone, I just got back from my little vacation I got with my family, and I've seen this a bit here on YouTube. It's not like a big trend or anything, but it's kind of like that. It's the 7th month of the year. I was thinking of doing this by the end of June, but I've seen other people doing this now. Their top favorite movies is of 2016 so far, and I was really excited. So I kind of make my list, and since yesterday was my own birthday, which I couldn't make a view because I just got back earlier today. So that wasn't possible at all, really. But nevertheless, I'm here to give you what are for me my my personal top 10 favorite movies of 2016 so far. So yes, my honorable mentions for me is The Conjuring 2. That was a really great horror sequel in my opinion. That was really well done. 10 Cloverfield Lane, very, very well done, very suspenseful, really good. This may be surprising, Hardcore Henry made it on my honorable mentions. I really loved Hardcore Henry. I still really love that film, even though I do really, granted my review, Hardcore Henry may have been me being too much of like that type of way. That was really weird, but whatever. But Hardcore Henry is still, in my opinion, a really good movie, and I really did enjoy it. And my last honorable mention for me is Keanu. I really love Keanu. I thought it was a really fun, cute, well-done movie with Key and Peele as the main starring guys. Nevertheless, those are my honorable mentions. So here's my top 10. And number 10 for me is the most recent film on my list, and that is Finding Dory. Finding Dory was a great, cute, well done, quite well anticipated, yet really, really well done animated sequel from Disney. In recent memory, we've done sequels from animated movies have been hit or miss. Like for every Cars 2, there's a How to Train Your Dragon 2, and Toy Story 3. But nevertheless, Finding Dory was a really fun, clever, imaginative time with beautiful animation, and Dory was a real standout character from the original Finding Nemo, and with this film kind of focusing on her, I thought it was well done, and overall, I was really thoroughly enjoyed by it, and for me, it really was a true, genuine surprise from Disney once again. And number 9 for me is a movie that probably will be a bit more higher up for other people, but it's still my list, and that is The Nice Guys. The Nice Guys is an extremely well done, very funny, very fast, very meticulous movie that is really, really well done. Russell Crowe and Ryan Reynolds have fantastic chemistry. I thought they were really, really well done together. I thought they had great chemistry. The writing was solid. The setting was so unique and vivid of the 70s itself. And the way it looked, for me, it was just genuinely awesome. I loved the way it looked. And The Nice Guys was just a great surprise buddy cop movie of his own era that represented. It's kind of like this year's Starsky and Hutch, except this is probably much better. As ridiculous as Starsky and Hutch is. But nevertheless, The Nice Guys is predictably to say a pretty nice movie. It's pretty well. It's really good. In my opinion, even though I do think it's not like my most palpable my list. Remember, this is a list of my own. I am 100% going to be truly biased on this list. Number 8 for me is Green Room. This is definitely the most surprising movie of the year. More than Popstar, more than Keanu, whatever. Green Room is so genuinely good because of the setting, the tone, and the restrictive feeling of the violence, and the visual feeling was the play, especially with this band that's playing at this neo-Nazi bar. It's so clever, it's so well done, and rest in peace, Anton Yelchin. Your memory is well reserved within this movie, and the Star Trek films, and I'm sure that I forgot what else other movies he's in, but rest in peace. He has left a great movie that is one of the most memorable and shocking of the year so far. And Green Room is a truly great, underappreciated piece of film that I really do remember so much of this year. Number 7 is Zootopia. Zootopia, just like with Finding Dory is that it's so clever, so imaginative, so well done, and it's so clever and has so many layers to it. Zootopia is, in my opinion, an extraordinary piece of art because of the speed and the depth that they give for anything. It's like right from like the first 5 minutes of the film, you're just like, okay, I'm in for a wild ride, and it just is so layered. And I love the voice actors. It's really great. Judy Hollis is a great character. I love Jason Bateman as a fox. He's awesome as always, especially from going from last year's The Gift. This is like a real transition, so it's like a really, genuinely, really great in my opinion. Zootopia is a really great. Just like with nice guys, it's a buddy cop movie, except this is more kid oriented. But still, nonetheless, the Zootopia is a really good movie in my opinion. And number 6 is my favorite anime movie of the year, and that is Kung Fu Panda 3. I loved this movie. I flat out will say I love Kung Fu Panda 3. It is a really cute, fun, clever, well done third build into this trilogy of what I would consider now a trilogy of the Kung Fu Panda movies, and I'm really happy and personally satisfied with this movie. It's beautifully animated. It has clever. Just like with the Zootopia, there's layers, but there's also a mythological feeling to it, and how well done that, how clever, how well crafted it is, and with such friggin' amazing animation in my opinion. That was so well done, so well realized in my opinion. And Kung Fu Panda 3 for me is, whilst the fan of these movies, truly lives up to its name, and it really is an awesome movie because I just love the hell out of it. It's beautifully animated. I love the voice actors, and for me, this is the best third installment of an animated movie, arguably since the Toy Story 3, and it's a great end to that trilogy. Alright, that's my 10 through 6. Now here's a real heavy hitters, even though I consider 6 really good. But for me, here's a real heavy hitter, for me at least, real heavy hitters. The films that I personally really loved. Like 10 through 6 is like, yes, that's really good, that's really well done. 5 through 1 for me is going to be like, okay, now I'm really going to get really personal about this. But nevertheless, and number 5 for me is a film that normally people would put in their top. We're putting the top at least, but for me, number 5 is The Shallows. I loved The Shallows. I loved the build up for this movie. I loved the feeling of the shock, and the awe, and how I felt for Blake Lively's character in this movie. I loved the build up of this, just like how it kind of contributes back to the old classic of the 1975 hit of Jaws. I just love simplistic survival movies, and I love movies that do that so well. For me, that really makes me feel, at least, really so emotionally gripped, and so genuinely in my seat for the whole time. In my opinion, I love The Shadows. It was just a kick-ass movie, and thankfully I got to see it again with a good friend of mine. This is about before I left for my trip. But nevertheless, The Shallows is an extraordinarily good movie, and I loved that movie. It was so well done, in my opinion. And for me personally, at least, I loved The Shallows. I just loved the hell out of The Shallows. And number 4 for me, it hurts so bad I couldn't put my top 3, but I still really love it, and it is The Jungle Book. I really freaking love this movie. It's so good, so amazingly CG'd, so seamlessly well. I can't tell where it ends and begins. I was so invested throughout the great story. Again, it's still under the umbrella of Disney. To me, it's an extraordinary experience, and I was blown away, and my jaw was dropped the whole time, all the way through. For me, The Jungle Book is nevermore, in my opinion, it's maybe a modern classic, in my opinion. It really is an amazing film. Maybe later on in the year it become more higher or lower. I don't know for sure. This is just the moment of right now. Right now, it's like even at the point of this video being uploaded, it could be my number one. I just don't know. Like, it will always change. But for me, the Jungle Book is just a tour de force, and Jon Favreau, who also directed Iron Man 1 and 2, and Chef, which are all excellent movies, even excluding Iron Man 2, but whatever. Nevertheless, The Jungle Book, to me, is an excellent, brilliant movie that I personally really loved, and I just couldn't get my top 3. Alright, my number 3 for me is Deadpool. Deadpool was just one word. Awesome. It's an awesome movie. The tone is funny, cool, and laid back. Just for the comics alone, I love the character of Deadpool already, but this movie really elevated it up towards another standard, especially by how perfect Ryan Reynolds is for this role. And I love the visceral feeling of the movie. I love the chemistry between him and his wife. I thought that was fantastic. I thought the villain was funny as hell. It's a really, for me, it's just a real gut bust of a movie that I personally cannot help but feel just completely blown away by how fun and cool it really is. And for me, it really is just an amazing film. I just realized this. Number 3 through 1 are nothing but superhero movies. And for the record, you won't see Batman v Superman here. If anything, that may be my number 1 of the worst years so far, but oh well. Number 2 for me, again, this is so damn difficult. I'm not putting it my number 1, but it is Captain America Civil War. I loved Captain America Civil War. It was just a big, grandiose experience with fantastic characters all coming together. I loved this chemistry of Black Panther being added into the mix, and Spider-Man played greatly by Tom Holland. That was amazing. I loved the arc with Captain America and Iron Man and Bucky. Even though he was referenced as Winter Soldier in Captain America Winter Soldier. But either way, I thought it was such an exciting blast of a movie that was really, really well done. And if this is where these MCU movies are going to go within the hands of the Russo brothers, then they have my freaking blessing. They've got my appreciation for that. Because for me, it's like 2 for 2. Knock it out of the park. It's like each Captain America movie for me really elevated itself. First Captain America movie to me at least was like, to me at least, I think it's fine, it's decent. It's probably my least favorable of all the MCU movies, but oh well. The second one I thought was really, really good. Maybe a touched overhyped, I will say, but it's still good. But the second Captain America, I still think is a really great movie. This one is like clearly the best out of it, and this is the best solo superhero movie I'd probably say since Guardians of the Galaxy, and I loved this. God, I'm itching now. I just love the hell out of Civil War, and yeah, it may follow a typical superhero format, but you know what? It's still so immersive and fun, and as a whole, Captain America Civil War was nothing less but perfect in my opinion. Oh, but what can top that? I need a drink. Alright. My number 1 favorite movie of the series, of my personal opinion, it is XMen Apocalypse. I just can't help but love this film. I love this. For me, like, this story was something I was personally so invested in. I thought it was so interesting, so clever, so well done. I loved the performances. I love how the female characters now really got placed into the format. I thought, for me at least, I thought they were all played honorably and greatly. The original cast coming in and this new one coming in as well, I thought they worked perfectly well with each other. I love Oscar Isaac's performance as Apocalypse. And as a whole, I just really, really loved this movie. It's just, there's something about this film that, at least in my personal opinion, that I can't help but love about it. The experience for me was the best since Star Wars, at least. Since The Force Awakens. And that may be a really huge thing to say, but God, I really help, but I cannot help but feel love and excitement for the franchise of XMen Apocalypse. Yes, I've argued the movie has some glaring problems, but you know what? The good, in my opinion, truly overrides it as a whole, and that concludes my top 10 favorite movies of 2016, everyone. And this is a quick read on, here's my 10 through 6. 10, Finding Dory. 9, The Nice Guys. 8, Green Room. 7, Zootopia. 6, Fu Panda 3. 5, The Shallows. 4, The Jungle Book. 3, Deadpool. 2, Captain America Civil War. And number 1, XMen Apocalypse. That's my list, everyone. I really do hope you enjoy it. And stick around as always for there is more videos to come as always. Till then, thank you very much. And I'll see you in the future for more videos as always. Till then, I'm out. Peace.